Okay, and we're recording. Welcome back to the channel, guys. This is Ann and Trey, and we just want to, talk about big picture stuff for this particular recording. Okay, so today we want to talk about why we don't particularly enjoy taking individual cases. Okay, so what had happened was every time we get involved in a situation, it sucks us in to 9 times out of 10. It's already something that's like months into the process already, right? That's number one, and number two, it takes us away from the big picture, from doing the greater good for the greater community. And not to mention, we have our own cases that we have to continue to research. These cases, oftentimes they're coming to us, in a state of emergency, in a state of panic, and they want a miracle, and then they still don't listen to the advice that was given, and it's so frustrating. I can't even begin to tell y'all that it's out of love and compassion, but at the same time, it takes time. These cases don't just close down, the very next day with a magical document. Yeah. Sometimes they drag.
And don't let anyone tell you different either.
Exactly. Sometimes they drag on for months and months and months, and you're going to be looking at me or looking at her to, continue on this case, and there's just not enough time in the day, in a lifetime to take on as many people. So we just want to let you know that although we are here, we are researchers, we are knowledgeable, this stuff is very research intensive, right? And then the most recent situation that happened, and I still owe you an apology for sucking you into that case, but you just care. You just want to, help when people reach out, and it's hard for me to say no, especially when I hear the panic in people's voice, like, oh my God, please help me. Let me tell you, without naming names, let's not put anybody on blast. That's not necessary, as much as I would love to. But at the same time, there was a group member who, reached out, kept calling. I finally took the call, and then, got interested in the case, and I care, the group member has been kidnapped and is, being held, and now going for a mental evaluation. Well, I explained the situation to Trey. She did we did an assessment, and she did a wonderful write-up, in the form of affidavit. The group members still wanted to do a million other things, which they had already done. They were mixing a whole lot of different documents, the UCC-1, the birth certificate. It was a lot. It was a long laundry list of things that was done already, right? So after talking to us, we were like, okay, you already did this. This is what's causing the judge or the magistrate to ask for a mental evaluation. Don't do anything else. Do this, and mapped it out very, very nicely. Well, the member still wanted to do this, that, and the next, and also was reaching out to other people. I didn't even know this until you told me the other day that they were still reaching out to other educators for more advice, and just complicating a very simple thing. Why did you reach out if you're going to do what you want to do anyway? So everything that we were doing was just for what? It just feels like it was for almost like for nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's frustrating. It is incredibly annoying and frustrating that, we do get involved, we care. We have the heart to kind of get involved, and this stuff, it takes a mental toll. I don't know about you, but it takes a mental toll on us. I can't do all this and be pulled in all these different directions and then still have a mindset to take care of my own stuff, and then take care of the group stuff, and take care of the organization, because we have a lot of good stuff coming down the pipe. But this individual cases, it takes us away from that. So I'm gonna take a breather and let you.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Like I say, you know, what I'm trying to accomplish more than anything is to help people understand how things really work versus how they want things to work or how others portray their desires for how they want things to work, and then they project that onto you. So in a perfect world, we want things to work the way that's easy, the way that is simple. Of course, I want that too. It doesn't mean I don't want that, but the point is, it doesn't work that way. So, you know, if you have an issue and you've been doing a lot of study, and the next thing that happens are people, like she said, they'll file about 20 different, completely different things into their case that are like, wow, it's all over the place. Like if I were personally a judge, I'd be confused too. Like, I don't know what you want me to do here. You filed 20 different things. Like, where am I going to go with this? I'm not reading all this. You're crazy. So understand that if you're going to take a certain path, whether it's, you know, whatever I've provided or Ann's provided or anybody else, stick to it. That's it. Pick one and roll with it. You can't take 20 different creations from 20 different creative minds and think that it looks like your work when you put it into the filing. It doesn't make sense, and it makes you look like you might have a social disability, which is what I'm always training on. So don't do it. Don't do it, because once you've reached a certain point, filing in too many things into the courtroom or filing things that may be nonsensical, or, you know, they consider it to be like you clearly don't know.
Right.
Then they're going to determine you to be legally incompetent, meaning that you're incompetent to handle your own legal affairs. So now they're going to take that into their trust to protect your legal affairs and do with it what they choose to do with it. So if you're going to take some sort of method or, you know, application, then stay in that lane. Don't do 20 different things, you know, focus, like tunnel vision. If you're coming to me and ask me how I see things, and I am helping you with that and assisting you with that, and then you want to go back to square one with the original person and then back to me again, it doesn't work. It doesn't work, and I'm wasting my time because I already know what the outcome of your case is going to be. It's real simple.
It becomes very clear to the court, you know, actors that you don't know what you're doing and you're just throwing spaghetti at the wall and hoping something sticks. That makes you look really, really bad. But then not only do you look bad, you're making me look bad. You're making us look bad because, you know, inevitably you're going to say, oh, what I was given by Ann, what I was given by Trey doesn't work. That's not the case. That's not what really happens. That's not the full picture. What happened is you submitted 20 different documents that were disconnected and it's coming in different directions, and then now you want to add something else. And that just takes away a lot of valuable time, a lot of valuable resources that we could have been putting towards something else for the greater good. So people, we are here to help, but we have our own cases, and we find that the best way that we can you know, put out, you know, the best work is towards the group, towards the mission, towards the greater mission, you know, in terms of freeing all of us. So that's pretty much, I just hope that you guys don't understand, like, oh, you guys are just acting all brand new. No, we're not. No, we're not. You guys just,
no. Understand, everybody has a different area of study, a different area of expertise. So you're going to find people who will tell you to do things like bonds, okay? Then you're going to find someone who is into consumerism for, you know, fair debt collection practice. They're going to tell you how to do things that way. Each of these people, it's not that they're wrong, but when you're trying to do both, it doesn't work that way. You can't apply the consumer defenses and then issue a bond. It does. You can't. If you do both, you're contradicting yourself in the eyes of the court, making yourself look like a Looney Tune. So refrain from, if you're gonna pick something, then just pick one thing.
That's what it means by standing on your ground. If you're gonna make a choice, stand on it, because none of them are wrong. All of them are correct, but all of them at the same time is wrong. You can't do 100 different things for one case. So yeah, it was an incredibly frustrating because I told myself I wouldn't get involved in individual cases, and then when I do, because my heart wants to help, especially if you're kidnapped, I feel your pain, and I just wanted to make myself available. No one was asked for any money in case the trollers are gonna, they're gonna. No one was asked for any. No one was paid. We did research. We had conversations. Sent paperwork. Zero fee. Nothing. But at the same time, it just was an incredible waste of time because at the end of the day, the group member was just in a panic state and just reaching out and just wanted to continue by the request for more documents. That was a good indication that they were going to continue to do the spin and just keep trying different things just because they were in a state of panic. So
yeah, compulsive behavior is how that would be viewed by the court. That's not making you look good if you're trying to do all these different things. And then I'd seen earlier today, I told Leanne, I've seen an argument being raised in someone else's paperwork where they show that a certain I think it was a statute, right? It was statutory code where it explains that the people who are protected under the act would be like parents or someone standing in locus parentis. This person doesn't realize that what they just did is make an argument on behalf of the person standing in locus parentis, which isn't you. It isn't you. It is actually making an argument on behalf of the person persecuting you. And they don't even realize they're doing it. It is just mind-boggling, which is why we're doing these videos. This is how we are trying to help you. Okay, if we take on individual cases, we will never be able to get you to at least at bare minimum a place where you can be fully informed prior to you making a decision which path is best for you, whether it be bonds, whether it be constitutional challenges, whatever it is you're going to choose to do. I feel that it's important that you are fully informed and fully aware of that decision prior to you making it. And that's what these videos are designed to do, is to help you increase your level of awareness and come in more powerful, because you'll have a little bit more of a foundation in understanding things. That's why we are doing this. It wasn't to get involved in individual people's issues. That's too time consuming. If I were to take on a case, I would have to focus on that one case for the next few months, bare minimum. And then I wouldn't be here giving these videos to you. And this is good stuff. What we're providing you, like I said, is a general foundation that you're not going to learn anywhere else. So you don't have to like it, you can love it, whatever, but you're not going to find the articulation to help you develop a better understanding in order to make a more informed decision before you do things. This is basically the only platform you're going to find that gives you that. So I hope that makes sense, that it's not, we're trying to help, okay? This is how we're doing it. This is how we're doing it.
To the greater community, but the individual cases, it just can't happen. And trust me, we could be here trying to fleece you for your money and all that. That's not, how much if they don't even know behind the scenes how much money we have turned down for consultation fees. Don't want it. No.
I get asked all the time if I can help, and my heart breaks. If I had like 20 me's, I would. Yeah. I really would. But I don't have 20 me's. And remember, like, this has been for me, understand that I've not worked for the last year, and I'm reliant upon someone else who believes in what I'm doing in order for me to help all of you. But that's coming to an end. So if I'm working full time, I'm
Yeah,
not going to have the time that to put into anything, really, not, especially not an individual case. And
yeah.
I'll tell you right now, there are boundaries, my friends. I want to help you, and I am compassionate with you, but I do have a child and I do have a life, and that comes first. It will always be my first priority. I have commitments to Anne, and iron sharpens iron. Those are my second priorities because I've, committed to that. I can't not meet my commitments so that I can help your emergency situation. And I'm not sure why people think that that's something they're entitled to. That's not to be rude. It's just, keep in mind when you are asking for help from anyone, not just myself, that it is very, very time consuming to do the research, especially if it's like state specific research. It's super time consuming. So what you're doing ultimately is you're asking someone to take time away from their family and their life in order to assist you. Please remember that that is value, very valuable. The most highest value you can ask for someone to donate to you, to your cause. And, if you can't appreciate that or show respect for that, it's an issue. Like when I tell someone, yeah, okay, let me give you some help here. And all of a sudden my phone is ringing about 10, 15, 20 times from the same person over the course of a couple hours. I feel very disrespected, and I hope that you can understand that, because I do have obligations that I have to meet, and I do have other people in my life that have needs for my attention. So when you ring my phone over and over and over and over and over again, it tells me that you have a certain sense of self-entitlement to my time, to my child's time, and you don't. So please, everybody, I know you guys need help, and we're trying, and we want to help you, and there are a lot of people out there who do. Remember this. When you are out there looking to get someone's time, whose time are they giving up to give to you? And how valuable is it? Don't forget that. But bottom line.
Absolutely. Be respectful and be of our time, but also be respectful of the mission and what we're trying to do. The best way that you can help us help you is to empower yourself, right? Yeah. Get the education. We have all the links in the video description boxes most of the time. We're trying to build a nation of empowered people, because if you continue to need us, then we're going to get depleted. We need to empower you, and that's just the bottom line. We have to have a team, and we're trying to get to that goal. We're very close to meeting the milestones, of getting to the first 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So spread the word, get people to subscribe, do what you can, join the group and participate and ask questions, because there is a free study group, right? You can ask questions to your heart's content and just wait. And, but the messenger thing, that's got to stop too. That's got to stop too.
Yeah, and you do post them in the groups, post in the group. If you're in Iron Sharpens Iron, Ann and I are constantly looking in there. So, and along with a lot of other beautiful people that we've met. So if you have a question, please ask the question inside of the group, because likely the question you're asking, it might be weighing on the minds of many others. And we will look at these questions and we will answer them and guide them if we have the answer to it. If we don't, personally, her and I don't have it, it's likely someone in the group does. So Please do ask the questions, and don't be shy, because in our forum, there is no belittling. There is none of that, oh, well, you don't know nothing attitude. If you have that attitude, you can go. This is a place where we help each other grow, not oppress each other's growth. So if, Ann and I talked about that before. This is really important to us, that everyone remain respectful and maintain the dignity, no matter what the level of learning is of the people inside of the group. That's the bottom line. So ask questions. But don't hit us up in Messenger, because you're likely not going to get an answer.
Yeah, and it's not demanding of anyone's time, and it's free. Just, come and grow and share in the group. So I'll put the link again in the video description box, and just be mindful of our mission. We have a heart to share, we have a heart to give, but we want to do it in the way that is going to have the greatest impact, which is globally, through the group, through the community. So that's pretty much all. I just hope people watch this and get the message that we are very compassionate. We are very passionate about what we're doing, but getting sucked into individual cases takes away from the greater goal. Okay, you are our greatest resource. We are our greatest resource to each other, but the best way to help each other is to be empowered ourselves, right? Okay, so that's all I have for you guys for this show, for this recording, and hopefully you get the message behind the message too. You know, like, come on now, you can't be demanding people's time. I mean, they just need to, they need to.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
They need to, because we have had conversations about this, and it's like, okay, it's time to have this conversation on camera again, because with the growth of the group, with the growth of I can't speak today, with the growth of the channel, we have been inundated. Friend requests, messenger, text messages from the people who already have my phone number, email, what else? Smoke signals. I mean, it's really, it's gone bonkers now, and we appreciate the love. We appreciate the vote of confidence, but we are not experts. We are not, lawyers.
I'm not professing to be.
We're just fellow researchers, just like you guys, and all this stuff that you're asking of us, it takes time. It takes time. I gotta stop. Sometimes I gotta meditate on what you just said, because it's a lot, and I'm getting, people think that it's just them. 9 times out of 10, it's just, why can't you just answer? Like, I had a demanding message on Messenger. Why can't you just answer here? I'm like, why can't you just ask in the group?
Why can't you just get over yourself and figure that no one owes you anything? Nobody. We don't have to do these videos. We could shut them off. We don't have to do any of this.
We're just
and let me tell you, people, these videos are a pain in the butt. They take a long, it doesn't seem like much when you're watching them, but when I have to bring together all of the pertinent information to show you what I'm talking about, it's a pain in the butt. It takes a long time to get all that stuff together before you're even ready to record. And then once it's being recorded and done, I got to upload it and do all these other little tricks of the trade, and it's insane, and I suck at it. Okay. It's not my arena. So all of that alone is a lot. We're actually giving you a ton of our time just by doing these videos, and you don't see what happens behind the scenes, so you don't know that.
Oh,
and that time is for free. That is for us, from our heart to your ears. And if you understand that, hopefully it'll help you to understand that the reason for the videos is because the amount of time I'm on that video is a quarter of the amount of time I would spend on the phone with you. I've been on the phone with people. Sometimes it'll last 4, 5, 6 hours if I let them have 4, 5, 6 hours of my life. Mm-hmm. Please respect the fact that is 4, 5, 6 hours away from my kid, away from my loved ones, and they don't appreciate it. They don't.
Oh, it's never enough. It's never enough. I started the group with just 8 people in mind, myself and 7 other people, because I didn't want it to become this crazy pandemonium, grab fest. I just wanted it to it literally was just 8 people. I call us the Great 8 for the longest time, way back whenever the group started. I couldn't even tell you. My mind is so scrambled right now. But whenever it started, the information that I was dropping in the group was well received. And so they started to ask, "Ooh, can we start adding other people?" And then reluctantly, right? I was like, "Oh, okay."
Sure.
And then it fast forward to today, it is where it is, and I'm grateful. We are grateful. We love that you guys are learning and growing together. But now it's like, okay, well, you guys are the leaders. You are the forefront. Nah, partner. We're just here studying right along and just trying to provide, or share the good information that we come across, in our own cases, But no, don't. We are reluctant consultants. We don't want to consult. We don't want to charge. We have the courses. Trey is going to be bringing some courses. She doesn't even have time to write her courses to have the greater impact, which is what our goal is, which is what the whole mission is, because we keep getting inundated with all these tangent, projects. So, and I have, oh gosh, like 5 more courses that I need to write that I've been wanting to write and finish up, but it's just that, the group management and the YouTube management and the whole tech management, it's become a bit of a monster that we have
Yeah, it is. It is. Like, you guys just don't understand how much of a pain in the butt the technical is. It's taking up a lot of time. And the more time we have to spend on things like this, the less time we have to give you the meat and potatoes of what you need. It's really the way it is.
Right. We're
working on it.
We're working on it, trying to, smooth things out. So, but yeah, I just wanted to plug the PMA real quick, just as a final. A lot of people want our time. Well, that's where we spend our time, masterminding. We do that once a month. I'll put the link in the description box. Guys, always check the description box. If I remember to say it, or if I don't, check the link, check the description box, because 9 times out of 10, if I forget to say something, I'll put it there. So just always go right there. People be like, what's your email? I'm like, are you serious?
And I'm not as organized. It sucks because I'm not as organized as Ann. The links in my description box, I can't tell you what's even in it.
Well, I'll
get better at it.
Yeah, you are, and it's been a process of growing and learning, because we're not high tech people. We're just we're very tech challenged here, but we're trying to get the information out to as many people as possible. Y'all lucky y'all see a thumbnail on these videos. You know how long I had to learn how to do that alone? Jeez.
Yeah, then I got the peanut gallery telling me, oh, you should put a background. You should do your hair better. You know what? I don't have time for peanut gallery opinions.
Listen. I like the new format of the new videos because I don't have to be on camera. Do you know how long it takes to just be on camera? I don't even like to wear makeup, but if I don't, I look like a hag. So I just don't do it. It's just, I like to just have the video, shooting the background off camera. I'm off camera. I love it. But I just thought that at least, we'll restart this new series where we're at least on camera a couple of times so people could, get to know us, for the new people that, that don't know us. And so, but yeah, at the end of the day, guys, we're here for you. We just can't be pulled in so many different directions. That's just too much for anyone. It's not physically possible to expect that we can, give all our time and attention away to each individual, because although you're reaching out, there are 100 other people who are also reaching out, and until we get to the point where we're fully funded, because we're working on all of those things behind the scenes, until we get to the point where we can hire people, because we want a team so that we can, address all of those needs. We know the need is out there. We know the needs are great. We know you're hurting. We're hurting right along with you. We're trying to figure these things out. The free group. Go to the free group, and then if you're interested, you can join the PMA. You can join the PMA, which is our private club. That's where we can, share more information that's just not, for public consumption. Let's just put it that way. So, I just hope that you guys get the message. Reach out via email. Keep your hands off that Facebook Messenger. I can't stand that tiny screen. Y'all already know. I say it all the time in the group. I say, and unless you're a group admin or mod, please email or just post. It's free. You're going to learn. You're going to grow. You're going to get information that you're not going to get from the other groups, and you're going to get it in a kind, compassionate manner. What more can you ask for? Now you want blood. So I can't do that. I can't do. There's a limit. There's a limit. So if you have any final words, I mean, that's pretty much. I think we beat this dead horse.
Yep, dead.
All set. Okay. We'll see you in the next video. Peace. Where's the stop button? It's been so long.
Still not able to operate.
Bye, guys.
Bye.